left me with no choice.
Wait, what? What's going on? Why do they have instruments? What is this? Why do you have a microphone? And what happened to your voice? What's going on? Why is there a crowd? What's going on? We're we in the desert right now? What's going on here? Where did you get a stage? Where did you get musical instruments and a band? What's going on? What is all this? What are those things? Oh my god! I'm sorry, I just can't. Goodbye. No, I don't want to. Please, no, please don't make me do it. Well, how's it going, YouTube? Cintron Productions here. Finally, I am going to finish reviewing Noah's Magic Ark by Good Times Entertainment, an obscure movie I actually watched as a kid many years ago. I already did part 1 of this review. If you haven't seen it yet, then go watch it before watching this video, cause this is part 2. And just in case, here's a little recap. Noah's Magic Ark tells the story of 2 koalas, Vincent and Greta, who decide to help out Noah because the Great Flood is coming. The koalas start recruiting animals for the Ark, while Noah finishes building it with the help of Brian, a strange blue beaver who said the best line in the whole movie.
What?
But the koalas have to watch out for Luther! Oh, sorry, wrong picture. Luther! An evil crocodile king who wants to stop them because he doesn't believe in the flood. Luther is so evil that he has a villain song of all things, and Luther has some henchmen including Gerald, Walter, Vern, and unnamed rat dude. There's also a snail named Sammy who's looking for his girlfriend, I guess, and Yetta the annoying yak, who decides to help out the marsupials, but then she suddenly starts singing an awful song! Okay, I won't sugarcoat it. This is the worst part of the entire movie! It's not just the worst song, it's the worst scene, period! Remember Luther's villain song? It's a masterpiece in comparison to Yetta's song, and at least Luther's song has the purpose of making it clear that Luther is a big jerk. But Yetta's song has no reason to exist. It's completely pointless! It comes out of freaking nowhere, it has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, it doesn't progress the plot forward, nothing! It's just pointless! And this song isn't even catchy. In fact, it makes little sense! Some lyrics of the song consist of Yetta saying that she talks a lot in order to stand out amongst the other animals or something, but other parts of the song are just senseless baloney! Oh, and Yetta's singing voice sounds nothing like her normal speaking voice!
What is it that set you apart? And then I realized it's my way with words!
All animals, both large and small, would always laugh at me, 'cause they have something special that caused me such envy.
The song is so awful that some of the animals attending the concert are wearing earplugs! Earplugs! Oh, and this purple bear looks like a cross between Thanos and Grimace from McDonald's. Another weird thing is that before the song started, the koalas and Yetta were in a desert, but when the song starts, we're suddenly taken to some kind of grassy area with a stage and lights? Oh, and the koalas are gone! What's up with that? And seriously, where did these wild animals get musical instruments? I'm pretty sure that these types of instruments didn't even exist yet during the time of Noah's Ark. Did I mention how stupid and senseless the lyrics are? Well, let's see.
Loosen your lower jaw and you're moving side to side.
Loosen my lower jaw? No! I don't want my jaw to break like Mega Glayley's jaw.
And open wide your nostrils.
First of all, this face Yetta makes is so weird and disturbing. Like, what is this face? This is horrifying. Imagine seeing this face in the dark. Ugh.
SFPD! Meow?
And second of all, what are these lyrics?
And open wide your nostrils and suck the air inside.
What?
Someone was paid for this. Someone was paid to write a song that says, "Open wide your nostrils and suck the air inside." Someone was paid to write this garbage.
Then tuck your arms in tightly and open up your throat and let the voice come forward that could launch 1,000 boats.
Oh God! What are these things? Okay, I get that they're supposed to be kangaroos, but they look more like kangaroos mixed with Smurfs mixed with dinosaurs. And why do they have human hands and human hair? And why do they have broken tails? A kangaroo's tail can't reach its head. And damn boy, they're thick! Look at those hips and those thighs! And people say Elastigirl is thick.
Here I am, standing before you and saying exactly what I mean without adding unnecessary words or phrases, which only tend to annoy the listener who never gets a chance to say what's on their mind because a person never stops for one moment to let the other side have a chance to be heard. And that's what sets me apart.
So yeah, this song, it's just a big fat mess of random baloney and garbage. There's only one thing I like about this song. The hippo drummer looks kinda cute, not gonna lie. The hippo just dabbed. Okay, I don't like you anymore. Get out! As soon as Yetta's horrible song is over, we immediately get a chase scene. The absolute mood whiplash. Just now there was a random goofy musical number, and seconds after it ends, there's immediately a chase scene, and the movie gives us no time to breathe and process what's happening. Oh, and we're back in the desert again. You know, the location our heroes were in before the song started out of nowhere. Seriously, that's how pointless the song was. You can remove it from the movie and nothing would change.
There they are! Seize them!
Oh my! Oh, what do we do? What do we do?
You run! That's what you do! There's an angry giraffe and a freaking buffalo charging straight at you!
Run!
Yeah. Good idea, Vincent. If King K. Rool's inbred cousin sends a Cape buffalo, a giraffe, and a large vulture running straight at you, that's what you do. You run!
What do we do? What do we do?
Run.
How did the bad guys not see them hiding there? They're all running in a straight line. Vern the vulture proceeds to kidnap Greta. Wow, Vincent's girlfriend just got kidnapped by a large bird of prey right in front of Vincent's eyes, and that's how he reacts?
Greta!
It sounds like he doesn't even care. Any normal person would be screaming, panicking, and calling for help if a giant raptor took someone they care about, but Vincent just sounds mildly inconvenienced. Dang it, Greta! This is the 4th time this week! Luther and his crew capture Vincent, Yetta, and Greta. Greta, Yetta, Greta, Yetta. I noticed that the 2 girl main characters have similar names that rhyme. Honestly, that's a bad idea, cause it'll just confuse people. Where was I? Oh yes, so Luther and his crew capture the good guys, and then... Oh right, Sammy. He's still looking for his girlfriend. Why do we need these pointless snail scenes? They're just filler! Anyhow, Luther and his crew banish the good guys to the infamous swamp of no return Luther was talking about earlier.
Are the swamps not beautiful?
What are you doing in my swamp?
Please, do what you want with me, but let the others go.
A noble last request.
Psych!
Wow, Luther really enjoys breaking wood with his tail, huh?
He loves wood. Almost a little too much.
Luther had destroyed their only way back to safe land.
What?
They're seriously trapped? Can't they just jump across? That did not look like such a long distance at all! So our heroes spend several days wandering aimlessly through the swamps. And they don't want to touch the purple water because they've played Mario games before and they know that purple water is extremely poisonous or something. Oh, and Yetta keeps complaining and she just doesn't shut up!
weren't for my sense of duty, I'd be far away from here, soaking up the warm sunshine, instead of trudging through this black pit, terrified I might get sucked any moment into a dark, gooey rain.
Could you not be yourself? For 5 minutes!
Yetta, please shut up! You have no right to complain about being here because you wanted to help the koalas out. So just shut up! So Noah and Brian are still building the Ark, while Luther plans to destroy it for some reason.
We'll wait until they finish it. And then we'll destroy it.
Luther, first of all, why wait until it's finished when you can destroy it now when it still has pieces missing? That should make things easier, you moron. And second of all, why destroy the Ark? You got rid of Vincent, that's what you wanted. Noah isn't bothering you, just forget about him and move on with your life. Now you're being unnecessarily evil just because. Meanwhile, at Shrek's swamp, Vincent and the gang continue trudging through the mud trying to find a way out of this toxic cesspool, and wait, what on earth is that? Well, was that the squid that appeared in Kong Skull Island?
Well, I don't know about you two, but I'm stopping for a rest. My limbs can't take it.
Yetta, behind you!
Jesus Christ! What is that thing?
I don't feel safe.
Hey! Whoa! Are you okay? Never better.
But you're almost dinner for a swamp monster.
Who cares? I found land.
How can you guys be so casual about this? There's freaking swamp monsters crawling around, and you're all casual about it? Are swamp monsters a common and well-known part of this universe? That's not how you react to seeing a blasted swamp monster! Anyway, Yetta apparently found a way out of Shrek's swamp, so they proceed to escape, and as they trudge through the mud, guess what? Yetta doesn't shut up! No big surprise!
My legs are killing me in this mud over my hooves. I don't know if I'll ever get it off.
Hurry, Yetta. I can't hold her much longer.
If you wanted a workhorse, you should have hired one.
So the heroes escape from the swamp at last.
And stand!
Once they return to the forest, they continue rounding up pairs of every animal. Yay! More boring filler scenes of talking! Yay! And of course, Vern spies on them because he clearly has nothing better to do than stalk people all day, I guess. Vern is a creep! Pass it on! Vincent is talking to some swans and... Wait a minute! Where did you get a monocle? And where did you get glasses? Did monocles and glasses even exist back then? The events of Noah's Ark happened many years before Jesus Christ was born, and according to my research, glasses and monocles were definitely not invented during that time. So where did you two get monocles and glasses? And why do you have a bun? Birds don't have hair! Greta is speaking to some elephants.
And you can assure us a king-size stall?
And you can... Yetta talks to some
Monkey.
And Yetta is so annoying that even the monkeys want her to shut up. Oh hey, Sammy finally found his girlfriend. Skip! So Luther and his crew have an evil plan for destroying the Ark.
We'll launch an all-out termite invasion of the Ark.
Termites? That's your amazing plan? Termites? Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Vincent is alive!
What?
What?
He's escaped the swamps of no return? Impossible!
Luther, this is your own fault. If you really wanted Vincent dead, why didn't you just eat him? You're an apex predator with a gigantic bite force. Meanwhile, the heroes are very tired, but then they see a flock of ducks flying overhead, and Yetta calls them over, and then the ducks proceed to help them round up more animals off screen, I guess. Luther confronts Noah, and honestly, even I'm getting a little tired of his BS. He clearly has no real motivation for being a jerk-ass villain. He only wants to destroy the Ark because he hates Vincent, and he still doesn't believe in the flood. Let me guess, Luther doesn't believe in climate change either.
Your evil heart will be your undoing. And as for the Ark, it can never be destroyed.
We shall see how long it remains standing after my little friend gets through with it.
A termite?
That looks nothing like a termite. It looks more like a deranged ant that escaped from an insane asylum. So the quote-unquote termite summons an army of invisible termite warriors. Did the animators seriously forget to draw more termites?
What do we do?
I don't know, I'll just stand here and stare at them. That usually works. Before the invisible termites can devour the Ark, the ducks from earlier show up, along with some, aardvarks, I guess?
We appear to be outnumbered.
You know, I was gonna call out Luther for being a coward, but honestly, I don't blame him for running away. These freaking aardvarks look horrendous! Luther, I take back everything I said about you in part 1 of this review. Your design is okay, I guess, but these aardvarks are so messed up and ugly! Everything is wrong about them! Everything! Whoever drew these monsters probably never saw an aardvark before and they didn't bother looking up a picture of one! And why do they sound like tigers? So anyway, a bunch of poorly drawn animals show up, which means the movie is almost over. Thank goodness! So Luther still hasn't given up and he's thinking of a new plan, but then it starts raining and the other bad guys realize that there is gonna be a flood after all. But Luther doesn't care. Is Luther insane? The heroes are getting everyone on board the Ark, and then Luther and his gang show up.
Rain, rain, here to stay. Float old Noah's Ark away.
Yep, he's lost it. He's insane. The snails finally make it to the Ark, and then we get the darkest scene in the entire movie. Luther has lost all his brain cells and he's all like, "You haven't won! The rain can't defeat me!" Then, while having a sad look on their faces, the heroes close the doors of the Ark, leaving the bad guys to die in the flood off-screen!
Whoa, dark!
Seriously, the heroes left the bad guys to die in the flood! You know, for kids! So the whole world floods, and then it rains for 40 days and 40 nights. And this is one of the few things in the movie that's actually accurate to the Bible. And hey, I almost forgot something. Why isn't the Ark black? You see, earlier in the movie, Noah was painting the Ark with a black paintbrush, and Brian was covering the Ark with black mud, but by the end of the movie, the Ark is not painted black, so what was the point of showing them painting the Ark black? Oh, I know! That was just pointless filler! Eventually it stops raining, and Noah sends a dove to look for land, and this is also one of the few things in the movie that's actually accurate to the Bible. As they wait for the dove to come back, Yetta tries to be annoying as usual. But thankfully Vincent tells her to shut up. Thank God, thank you Vincent. The dove manages to find land, Yetta makes an evil face for no reason, the water goes away, and everyone gets off the Ark.
Rabbits, peacocks, pigs, lions, rhinos, turtles. Hey, hey, hey! A little order, please. 2 seconds more should make a difference, folks.
Yetta, this is nothing. You should see how people stampede during Black Friday.
We've been delivered into paradise.
Yes, but now comes the real test. Learning to live together in peace and harmony.
Yeah, sorry Noah, but you don't want to know how people behave nowadays. Everyone is off the Ark, including this male yak who came out of nowhere.
Hey! Where have you been hiding?
Careful, Yetta, or else you might get cancelled like Pepe Le Pew.
Noah!
Coming!
Oh, now we see Noah's family. There's only a few minutes of movie left, and now these guys show up. Where were these deadbeats hiding? What's weird is that Noah actually mentioned them a few times before.
And my wife and 3 sons and their wives. My wife and family wait for us inside.
And yet they only appear at the very end, and they only have a few seconds of screen time. What's up with that? Seriously, where were these deadbeats hiding during the whole movie? Why weren't they helping Noah build the Ark or round up animals? The poor man had to work all by himself, and he needed the help of a damn beaver and 2 koalas that sound like children! And OMG, look at the design of this dude. He has a watermelon-shaped head, a pointy nose like Gru from Despicable Me, and a long neck like Candace from Phineas and Ferb. Anyway, Vincent and Noah say goodbye to each other.
You will live a full and happy life, Vincent. And know that your future cubs will always be proud of their father.
Like cubs?
Baby koalas are not called cubs! They're called joeys! A simple Wikipedia search could have clarified that, Good Times Entertainment! Whatever, so Greta has a picnic basket now for some reason, and then we get the third and final song of the movie. And to be honest, it's not that bad.
Daylight, when the earth awakens, listen. Can you hear it shaking, spirit? Bringing us a new day, feel it. Moving us on our way, 2 by 2. Me and you, walking side by side. 2 by 2, me and you. Hearts so full of pride. Wonder, spreading out before us, listen to its never-ending chorus. Freedom, hear it sound its horn. Freedom, for the world has been reborn. 2 by 2, me and you, walking side by side. 2 by 2, me and you, hearts so full of pride. Daylight, when the earth awakens, listen. Can you hear it shaking, spirit? Bringing us a new day, feel it. Moving us on our way, 2 by 2, me and you.
So Vincent and Greta live happily ever after. The reflections in the water get blurry before we see them do their mating ritual. Luther and his gang are dead. Seriously, they died. And the snails finally leave the Ark.
2 by 2. What?
So that was Noah's Magic Ark by Good Times Entertainment. And yup, this movie was not at all as good as I remembered. But it's not super terrible either. It's just weird. The animation is okay. Believe me, I've seen worse animation out there. But the voice acting is pretty mediocre at times. The characters tend to speak slowly or quietly, and sometimes they sound bored. It's obvious that the voice actors didn't really care, and they just wanted their paycheck already. And sometimes the characters have inconsistent voices. Not only does Yetta's voice change when she sings, Walter the Buffalo's voice also changes.
Why should we save him? Yetta! You're giving me a headache. I was thinking, maybe there is something to this flood thing after all.
As for the character designs, some are actually pretty good. I actually like the designs of Walter, Gerald, Vern, the elephants, and Hippo Drummer. And okay, Luther's design is so messed up if you think about it, but it's grown on me. But other character designs range from simply decent to mediocre to atrocious. The koalas have mostly okay designs, but I just hate their ugly feet. And those kangaroos are so deformed, and those aardvarks look like sleep paralysis demons. And what's sad is that they look more like aardvarks than Arthur ever will. Yes, Arthur is apparently supposed to be an aardvark. Don't believe me? Look it up. As for the characters themselves, well, honestly, they're not exactly interesting or well developed. The koalas are pretty bland, and I don't have much to say about them. Noah doesn't do much in the story, even though the story should be about him. Luther is a pretty pathetic villain because he simply has no real motivations for being evil. First, he's just a big jerk. Then he's an even bigger jerk. then he wants to destroy the Ark for no apparent reason, and then he just goes insane and dies. And his henchmen don't really do that much, and Luther's rat buddy didn't even get a name. As for Brian, he doesn't do much either besides help out Noah, and the snails are completely pointless, and then there's Yetta, who only exists to annoy the other characters and the audience. As for the story, the plot, and the movie itself, it's just so slow! There's too much filler! The filler is obviously there to pad the runtime of the movie. The movie would be a lot shorter if they went straight to the point, but no, they had to fill it with several long scenes of talking, several scenes of snails crawling, several scenes of bullcrap, and several songs. Okay, the villain song and the ending song are pretty decent, but Yetta's song is a gigantic LSD trip. It's the ultimate filler. It's a big-lipped alligator moment. And ironically, Yetta isn't an alligator. Luther is. Or is he a crocodile? Okay, I'm not sure. Basically, not much care was put into making this movie, so it's very flawed. Heck, they didn't even draw Noah correctly on the DVD and VHS cover. And for the last time, the title is misleading. But despite all its flaws, in the end, this movie is okay. Or maybe I'm just being too nice because I watched it as a kid, lol. So yeah, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. It could have been better, but hey, it could have been worse too. Well guys, thank you for joining me on this bizarre journey. I hope you enjoyed this 2-part review of Noah's Magic Ark. I love you all. This is Cintron Productions. Peace out, YouTube. You loosen your lower jaw and you move it side to side and open wide your... Oh, come on! Who wrote these lyrics? Who wrote this?